But Americans and AMP Live. Hope you're doing well. Rocking and rolling. Day is Saturday, winding down. Tomorrow we're going live, so there'll be some links or sign up. Go to the right there. Where's it at? I think it's over here. We kind of move things around a little bit. It should be right there. SUBTO Master Group. Go ahead and join that. Yeah, I think it did move stuff around because it's been moving stuff around and the cameras are different. But anyways, do the likes and the loves. Tomorrow going live, we're going to go in and get into the Facebook group, SUBTO Master Group, and the Creative Real Estate Investing Group with myself, Erick Paul, the AMP Live Real Estate Show. We're going to be sharing some stuff with you, what's going on. Friday highlights, not sure if there were some videos that rolled out or not, but today was a Saturday, so it's usually a field day, hunting deals, pulling lists, calling sellers, working with mentees across the United States of America, and all that fun stuff. Sometimes and sometimes not, right? It is what it is, what we signed up to do. It's our cause and missions to help you and others across the United States of America. We're going to pop something up on here for tomorrow. So we got something rolling. So there's only about 4 days left for 30 days to a deal challenge. If you've ever wanted to be part of a deal, ever wanted to figure out how to do a deal, ever wanted to figure out, hey, I'm having a hard time trying to figure out this wholesale stuff or find deals, locate deals, but then I need to figure out how to negotiate them, how to work them, how to get to what contracts do I use? Do I use an assignment agreement along with the contract? Is it a 3-pager or a 1-pager? Am I using, CAR forms or GAR forms or TREC? Those are all different states, Florida, Texas, California. If you're using MLS, all that good stuff, right? Is it online? Is it off market? Is it on market? All that good stuff. So there's a lot of little intricacies in this business, depending. I would say hyper-focus and start at one thing, get really good at it, and then move to the next, okay? And most people, hey, if you're in the business, you got some money and some credit, or you're part of a business, you know what business is about, you're going to move a lot quicker than someone who's just getting started and, watch a lot of YouTube videos and TikTok videos and like, man, I'm going to get in there and do this stuff and not know their ass from their head and their head from their ass or whatever. It happens. That's just life, right? But I started the same way. I was like, man, but I was, I guess maybe a little more freaked out. I had to kind of have some ducks in a row, make sure that this was a real business, make sure that people were doing it. And then, just from being in management and moving up the corporate ladder, I needed to do things a certain way, in an organized fashion to say, what do I start off as? Start off as a bird dog, then maybe a wholesaler, or, then fix and flip, buy and hold, multifamily, whatever it is that your goal is. Everybody's a little bit different. Some want to go straight to multifamily. Some want to just wholesale deals, and some were fixer and flippers, and they said, shit, I can make just as much, or I can do 2 or 3 of those a lot easier. Don't got to worry about picking up a hammer and fixing and flipping. I'm just going to wholesale. So you've seen a lot of people from the last cycle who fixed and flipped move into wholesale, build wholesale businesses, but it's always going to be adapt. But they do have something over the people who do not know how to do fix and flip, because the market shifts and change. And if they just want to turn it on and go, shit, I'm going to take this, cherry pick this one, do some fix and flip, and get in there and do it and make a bigger dollar, they'll be able to do so because they understand how to do it. If you're just doing wholesale, you're going to have to learn how to do those things without getting ripped off by contractors, right? And making sure you're using the right contracts. Is it going to be, a contractor, a general contractor? Are you going to do it yourself? You're going to go ahead and sub it out yourself. You're going to go with the handyman specials, the Home Depot peeps, and pick up a load of people and get them in there, and hopefully they get the job done. There's all kinds of different ways that the people will approach it, of course, right? All depends on you. But check it out. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes, it's a Sunday. Going to rock and roll the Sunday sermon with myself. I'll be your host for the AMP Live Real Estate Show and the Sunday sermon. We're going to get into SUBTO, subject to existing financing. And remember, SUBTO could be anything, subject to existing financing, taxes, or whatever the hell you want to put in that addendum. There's all kinds of ways to do it. Doesn't always have to be SUBTO, because some people always judge, right? Is it SUBTO? I'm not going to send, Bottom line is deals. You're in the real estate investment business, so you're going to look at every deal for what it is. Is there money to be made in that deal? Whether it's going to be wholesale, subject to an option, rent to own, lease purchase, seller financing, right? It doesn't matter. Are you going to use traditional financing, hard money lending, private money lending? Are you going to use conventional, Freddie, Fannie? Is it your first property? Do you want to acquire it and keep it for yourself and your family? There's all kinds of different ways that you can do this business. It's going to be a DSCR loan. They weren't around they kind of were, but they were called something else last cycle. Now there's like DSCR loans. You don't have to qualify just as long as it's going to be a rental. And, they'll look at your income and all that good. There's a few things where it's a lot easier to get that loan, pay a little bit higher interest rate. But the goal is they will only loan you the money if you're going to rent out that property for buy and hold, right? So great for short-term, long-term rentals and all that other good stuff. Pull out some cash, go put it in some more property and rinse and repeat, and let those people pay down the mortgage, right? So there's a lot of cool ways with creative real estate investing. Creative real estate investing is an awesome jam, okay? So first and foremost, tomorrow. So click those links down below, jump in the group, jump in this group right there. SUBTO Master Group. There'll be a creative real estate investment group too as well. I think we'll go ahead and put that on right there. There it is. Subject to private group, The Art of the Deal and Creative Real Estate Investing. Go check it out. It's free. Not going to cost you a dime, but we're going to start talking about deals in there and then deconstructing new deals, old deals, stuff that comes down the wire. That'll be super fresh if you're part of that group. And we'll kind of share them with you because we're working in the Texas market, Ohio, looking at stuff in Columbus. If you have, we're open-minded, so it doesn't matter. If you got stuff, shoot it down. We'll take a look at it. But Cleveland got saturated about 5 or 6 years ago. It was rocking and rolling. Then we pulled out, came back, and stuff like that happens, right? Cleveland, Cincinnati, kind of moving down a little bit. Columbus, Dayton, Beaver Creek, Xenia, all those little areas are pretty cool. Stuff is happening. A lot of older dogs are selling off their portfolios, older dogs and dogettes maybe, right? Selling off their portfolios, little pieces at a time. So you pick up houses, maybe some quads, some units, things of that nature. So we're looking in Ohio as well as Vegas, Texas, all the main spots, right? All the places where you got the metro areas and then the surrounding areas that are going out like San Antonio, right? Is kind of what's very last cycle. There was nobody want to buy in San Antonio, right? Let alone all those other places. But you got those hubs out there. We'll go all the way down to Corpus Christi. If you got stuff or you want to work it, we'll be bringing all those things to the table. Then we're going to be adding them to AHA, Americans Helping Americans. That's AMP Live, or I should say the American Mentee program, which is this right here. And that site is rebuilt and being rebuilt for the creative real estate market, as well as some on-market and off-market stuff, right? So if you're an agent, you want to go put your stuff on there and put your brand and your name, or you're an investor, you're saying, hey, go sign up. It's free, and you'll be able to build yourself a little portfolio, add your properties, or look for properties, or just do whatever you need to do. We're going to add properties. We'll go on our A list first. It'll be in a locked up, password coded page or pages. You can download the information, but once they go to the A list, if we sell them, great. If they don't sell there, then eventually they'll go to the general public and onto the website if they make it. So check out that website, AHL. It's Americans Helping Americans. And that's being built out, as well as like AHA University, SUBTO Master Group should be out this quarter as well. So we're just gearing up for the new cycle because we're doing SUBTO buyouts. SUBTO buyouts are hot. If you know what those are, awesome. If you don't, I'll just kind of touch on it a little bit. And that's just buying property subject to existing financing in the simplest form, right? And yes, you can. We're not looking for the high equity ones where there's a 400,000 and it's 410. We want that. At least minimum 25% equity works for us, so we can have something to work with when we get in there. We're either going to fix it, flip it, buy, hold it, or do something with it, or bring in other investors. So we're moving hard on AHA capital as well. We'll be pushing that out to raise capital for not just single family and buyouts or the SUBTO buyouts, but also there's SUBTO deals that can be had on multifamily, 100, 150 doors, 70 doors. We're looking at deals that are in the $40 million range. And Pops wants $6-7 million bucks, but he's having a hard time because it's 80% occupied, and they're not all occupied. So there's a certain percentage where they have to be all occupied where you can pull money out, cash out. So he has to go with private dollars, or we come in and do a SUBTO deal, right? So that can be done. A lot of stuff is coming down the wire, and that's not just apartment buildings, right? It could be little strip malls. You got 10, 15 units in there, right? We're looking for those ones where they got you got the tacos in there, right? You got the water in there. You got the check cashing place, right? Those are always going to be rolling. They're always going to be paying their rent. We like to jump on some of those. Some mom and pops might want to sell them, or maybe foreclosure, because a lot of those notes are coming due. The 10-year notes of this year, next year, and the year after, right? and they're going to try to refi. If they can't refi and they're too fat, not lean enough, then we want to obviously come in and do something with them and refi them out, or work out something, refi them out later and ride the market. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on. So be here tomorrow, Sunday. It'll probably be all put out later on this evening. You'll see it. You might get an invite. If not, look for it on the page, on my main page, or go to Creative Real Estate Investing or the SUBTO page or one of our other Facebook pages, or anywhere on social media. It could be Instagram. We got the LinkedIn thingy, right? YouTube and all that good stuff. All the different platforms. Twitter, or X, I should say, right? It's now X. So go and check it out. Usually what we'll do is stream live on all of them, but we're only going to be streaming live on the Facebook groups, just the Creative and the SUBTO, because we're going to be talking about some stuff that we probably don't want out in the general public unless we decide to edit it and stuff like that. But we're going to get down and dirty and dig in on subject to stuff, deals that can be had right now. And if you have stuff you want to share, bring it aboard. We're going to have a link. It's usually that'll be shared inside the group. If you want to show your mug or not, it's okay. You can always put an image or something. But if you want to talk, get those questions answered, Q&A, stuff that's maybe holding you back, or you want a little advice on something, and man, I'm not quite sure. Should I go after buyers first? Should I go after sellers first? If I get a buyer, what do I do? If I get a deal, what do I do? Should I go wholesale, SUBTO? Do I talk to somebody and go SUBTO or whatever? We're awesome at that. We love that. I love SUBTO. So I'll be more than happy to point you in the right direction, help you out or not. Or you want to do a deal together. We usually only with JV with mentees that come aboard that we work with because they're papered up and we trust them. NCD, confidentiality agreement, a mentee agreement, and all that lovely stuff. We just know from experience, been doing this for a little while, to keep it in the core, inner core, and to keep on rocking and rolling with people that are going to show up, have some skin in the game, right? It's not something you can, right? You can't. I'm not going to lie. I shouldn't say that because I got started, bootstrapped it, right? Lived on about $33 a week. Right after paying all the bills and raising 3 kids and wife and all that good stuff, it can be very, very difficult. But if it's something that you want and you pay your dues, and you will do some of your best work when your back is up against the wall, you get more creative opposed to having a bunch of money. All right. But if you do and you're a business person, then we want to talk with you too, because we get people like that too, have businesses, programmers, IT, nurses, doctors, attorneys, you name it. Every type of walk of life comes aboard and works with us eventually, or they went to other programs where they spent 50 grand, 20 grand, and all that good stuff. 3 grand, 75 grand. I've heard it's crazy. Then we work with them as well. Doesn't matter where you're at, just as long as you show up to the party, right? And you're coachable, and you punch your way out of a paper bag, and you take action. The goal here for this on Sunday, we're going to have something very special for you. It's kind of, again, I finally said, yeah, let's do it. I don't like doing that type of stuff, but we're going to go ahead and do it. It's something special, and we're going to help you out, help you get a deal within the next 30 days. That's the whole goal for January. We'll only got about 4 days, right? So lock in your spot. Only good till January 31st. And if it goes good, maybe we'll rock it. And if you get too many people, then it might not be, what's the word I'm looking for? Intuitive. What's the word I'm looking for? Right? Want to make it productive. I want to make it not what's the word I'm looking for. I'll make it it's a long day. Sorry, long week. Want to make sure that we're here to make sure we're making progress with you and give you the time that you need, and not fall through the freaking cracks. I hate that. I know I'd be one of those guys. Hey, help me. And there's 40 people in line when I go to a web seminar or something, right? Because I needed some damn help. And sometimes it sucks because you don't, if you're last, you're like, shit, okay, hey, do this, do that. I'm like, fucking what? What I got to do? What? And it gets confusing, right? So I'm more of an action person. I got to physically and mentally do the thing a few times so it sticks to my brain. I go, okay, now I got it. And I'll sit back, analyze, study, and they go, you know what? I think I understand it now. Then I'm going to throw in a couple, little things that I feel that I need to push the business in a certain manner. Then I go that route. All right. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and share. So hopefully, where's it at? Scan this. It'll be right here. Scan that SUBTO master. I think I have a link so you can just get in there. Let me see what we got here. Does this also apply to land? Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah. You got it. You can, those are probably a lot easier than a house. Trust me. Let me see. Let's do this for a second. Oops. All right. I'm going to put yes. Way easier. Super easy with land, yeah. And you got to find it. So land's a little bit different, right? You can try to call, but it's always best to get the list, send out some stuff. You can find stuff on land, find it online, things of that nature, and try to get in touch with them, brokers or not, or off market. Usually getting those lists, pulling those lists, making text calls. Usually it's some type of, well, multifamily, it's land, right? Or I should say direct mail and postcards and letters, even little notes, things of that nature. Getting that and then working it out. See, because it's land. Even when land is hot, right? It's hot. And when it's not, it's not. It's like, shit, who wants dirt? I don't want dirt. I can't do anything with dirt. I got to sit on the dirt, right? And, you know, it's going to be, they're willing to say, hey, that's why you always see it in the papers. Hey, you know, put $3,000 down and make a payment of $200 a month or $100 a month for the next 20 years. They don't give a shit. It's going to pay their taxes. It's going to give them a little bit of money. And they stack it up, and then other people can use it for land trust banking. They'll stack up the land and put them in a trust, and then turn it into like a banking vehicle, and then try to go borrow against it. Say, hey, I got $200,000 in land here. Can I borrow $100,000 from the trust and things of that nature? I'm not going to get too much into land banking. There's other people that do that, but that's one thing you can do if you're going that route, and then put them some bitches in a trust and use it to fund your real estate business, right? If you want to go that route, or just assign them. Sell them off or keep them and go, hey, I'm going to buy this subject to the, and some of them are going to be free and clear. Obviously, I get it. You got to do something different. But there's taxes that still got to be paid on those. And some are going to have a note. Some are, hey, I owe $40,000 on this $100,000 lot or piece of land, right? They don't want the freaking land. They want it sold. Take it over. Seller finance. Control it. Put into a trust for legal and tax purposes. Make the payments to the bank or to the credit union or wherever the money has to go to. It's no different. Then you turn around and sell it, or you can wholesale it. You can take a contract and do that as well. But you can do, yes, seller finance, or you can take it down subject to the existing financing. Then do whatever you want to with it. Get some people, build out on it, build, you know, who knows? There's all kinds of different types of land out there to do whatever. Some people do the, you know, they grow that weed in the pot, and others grow, you know, hydro, you know, get the hydro thing growing. Some have put animals on it, depending if it's agriculture. And if it's not zoned a certain way or annexed into a certain city, I know some people will spend all that time to get it annexed into the city with all those perks that go with it, right? So usually when you're buying property and then there's some land attached to it and it can be rezoned, that's like private money. I mean, it's like not private money, it's free money, right? It's free money. Kind of like the same way when you buy a property subject to go and buy it, put a couple of bucks down, control it, do a DSCR loan, pull the cash out. It's like you bought it for no money down, zero. So it's all relevant to leverage. Leverage. When you think SUBTO, think leverage, right? $50,000, go buy 10 houses or 5 houses in Ohio. You know, $1 million used to be able to buy 10. Maybe it's about eight because the back payments into certain things and are a little different now, and because of the Chinese virus and all that good stuff, right? So, you know, it's all relevant. But we'll be here tomorrow. If you want to ask more questions, go for it. You know, if you're checking it out. We got here, Facebook user. Not sure who that is, but I'll put a star on it, right? Sure. Ask away. Put that right there. But we'll be in the Creative Real Estate Investment Group. We'll be in this one right there, SUBTO. That's where we're going to drop the deals in there. Anything that's SUBTO, seller finance, anything that's creative. So this is the whole creative real estate realm, and the other group is the Creative Real Estate Investment Group. So we're going to slice it up because a lot of SUBTO buyouts are coming down the wire. I know people are rocking a lot of land. They're rocking multifamily. A lot of people I see are getting into multifamily, right? And they're learning that jam and learning the game because it's like anything else, right? Whatever's rocking. When Vans are cool, people are going to get in and buy Vans. When tennies and Adidas are cool, or whatever the hell, you know, Jordans, whatever, it goes with the flow, right? So you can go with the flow. It's cool. Or go with your own flow, right? That's just kind of me. I've always done that. Maybe a late bloomer. either in the front or in the back watching, or if I decide to jump in, I'll jump into that river and cruise along, right? But at least I know how to navigate and I feel easy. It's easy for me. And the other route is like, yeah, I'm not going that route. Too many people going that route. Going this route, maybe a little harder, maybe a little more difficult, but I'm going to make more money because we're creating our own path. Okay. So think of it that way. But you got to have the tools, arsenal. You got to have the tools to get through the forest, right? You got to have the tools to bulldoze through the shit. And if you don't, then it's going to be really, really hard trying to use a knife, machete, or whatever and chop through it all. So be smart about it. Be smart about it at the end of the day. So without further ado, okay, if you got any questions, cool. Show up tomorrow, Sunday, 2 p.m. All right, so it's going to be 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There'll probably be a post. It'll be like in the little event thing that Facebook has, right? And then if you get an invite, cool. If you don't, you'll see it on the page. Just click it, say you're going to join or not join. There's no Zoom link or anything. We're just going to do it inside of the group, and we're going to go live inside the group. In the future, we'll do some of the Zoom stuff. If it's going to be Zoom, that's because it's going to be super private, proprietary, and it's something that we can control at the end of the day, right? If there's going to be a recording, we'll put it in there, but it'll be edited. If there's not going to be a recording, then we'll let you know, right? So if you're a mentee, obviously, then you'll get the recording if you ask for it or if you need it or we feel that it's valuable to you, because at the end of the day, right, it's all about getting in and making things happen, not watching 20,000 fucking videos, right? If you're going to watch it live. Cool, let's rock. Or, get in, let's do some business together, right? Let's rock and roll, get your butts out there and do what you need to do. Pick up the phone. I know, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like cold calling. It's not my thing. When I got started, no cold calling and no door knocking. That was my thing. So build machines or apparatuses, right? Which are websites, lead generate, fill them with lead generation leads, let them filter down into the lead gen form, the micro lead gen form, and then decide. And then, of course, speed the lead, right? When they call, hit it hard. When they call and don't leave a message, call them right back. Text is cool, but it's simple. Text. Oh, you want to do it? You're interested in an offer or whatever it may be to say, hey, yeah, can you tell me more about this and that? Great. What time are you available? Oh, can you just shoot me a text? Bring. Give them a call. Call them right up. Speed the lead. Get the submission. The mission is the submission. Once it's all done, you press submit. Then you should be working that and underwriting the deal, seeing where the money's at, calling them back, reiterating everything that you've got, and then setting an appointment to either go to the property or setting an appointment to get information that you did not get or they did not disclose after you pull some title work or a little title profile, see if they are the sellers. Make sure that they got a first and make sure it's not a second or third or some crazy shit and I'm free foreclosure, or make sure there's some weird ass liens on there, right? Then you call them back and ask them, hey, a lot of times they're going to forget. I forgot. My husband did that. My grandma did that. My grandpa did that. Oh my God, they didn't tell me this. There's always some weird shit. If there's a house out on the market and it's not selling, or they're on Craigslist and there's for sale by owners, there's usually a reason, because there's some distress situations happening there, or they just would have put it on the damn market with the real estate agent, get top dollar and sell it, right? So that's the goal. We're going to share with you too some software that we use. It's called, and we like to call it surfing for deals. It's kind of like driving for dollars, right? But you're going to surf for deals right here on this thing, right here on this thing here, which is a phone and iPad, desktop. It doesn't matter, right? So it'll pull in all that different information based on keywords. You can have different campaigns, run them. You can have it notify you when a new lead comes up on the internet somewhere, whether it's Facebook or Craigslist or other, Zillow. And those are there. People are making money off of that, and they're getting off market deals, and some are nice and juicy, right? And it's just a matter of understanding and knowing the art of the deal to go in there and lock those up. And back to the basics, right? You make your money when you buy it, not when you sell it. Okay? That makes sense. You make your money when you buy it, not when you sell it. If you buy it and you have an awesome deal and it's 60, 65 cents on the dollar, it's a no-brainer, right? 70, 75 minus repairs, depending on what the repairs are. I get it, right? It's probably going to be 65, 70, 50, who knows, right? If you stick to your guns and you go in and not give them the, because we work with mentees and go offer one, offer two, offer three. They're ready to go to offer three, right to 70 cents on the dollar. What about 60, 65, right? Let's start real fucking low. because that's what we need. If we get it, you don't know if you don't ask, right? They're not going to get pissed off and kick you out of the house or hang up on you. They're saying if you do it right and you share the numbers with them and all the repairs I got to get done, plus the real estate agent fees and the commissions and the closing costs and all the time that goes with it and you're solving a problem for them. And if we can do that, then sure, hey, maybe they'll take it. If they don't, go to 65, then to 70, right? There are investors out there. I think we got investors out here in California that are doing about 80 cents on the dollar still. 80 cents on the dollar. That's 80 cents minus repairs, okay? And they're making smaller margins, but they're also going to go ahead and relist it and sell it. So they're doing 6, 7, 8%. Then they're going to turn around and list it with an associate or a partner. They're going to get that commission, either a 2.5 or a full 6%, right? Something like that, 4, 5, 6%, if they double end it. If they don't, they're still going to make money on that little 2.5 or 3%, whatever their share is, right, for selling it or listing it. So then they're up to 10, right? 10 is minimum, even for us. Minimum 10% return investment. Love 13, 14, 15 is even better. But when they get to 15 and 20 and 25, those are unicorns. Good luck, right? If you find the 20 to 25, 30% ones, give us a call. You want to sell them that bad? We'll buy them from you. Yes, cash, because those are the good ones. We'll fix and flip those, right? Or buy and hold, either way. Or you'll find, or we'll do it together. We'll figure it out, right? There's tons of ways of making this stuff happen, right? So it's something that we're willing to do. Even if you're not a mentee and working with us, just be inside the group and you want to pay it forward by bringing deals or whatever it is, right? Being super flexible to a degree. We're also being more relentless and moving forward, right? Deals on the table, we're going to close them. Got to move quick, got to move fast, and let's get it done. Also, in the areas that we're hitting, we get mentees throughout the United States of America. So people ask, where do you buy it? Well, wherever there's a mentee who needs help, we're going to work with them there, and the deals are going to come out of that area because the goal is to turn them into an expert. And the byproduct is deals and a partnership that we'll have with them. So you see the beauty in that. The same token, yeah, it takes a lot to manage and things of that nature. You got marketing and everything else and graphics and things that need to happen. There's a lot of logistics and a lot of pieces and moving wheels and plates, right, that have to happen. It can be done. So it's just up to you on what you want to do. And its easiest element, we're going to talk about SUBTO tomorrow. We've been getting a lot of people want to go back to the wholesale stuff. I want to learn how to wholesale. I want to learn how to wholesale. No problem. Now we're going to have something for you tomorrow. Even now, probably it's been posted. It's going around. There'll probably be another video that's going to go out for AHA and AMP Live. It's 30-day challenge or 30, AKA the AMP Live program. 30 days to a deal. Easy peasy. Check it out. Click the links. There'll probably be a QR code or something you can scan. And this is for the next 4 days, okay? So 4 days, get in there if you want to do a deal. If you want to take it further, no problem. There'll be some other promos that are dropping. With the regular one-on-one, we never advertise, but we're probably going to do it just for January and let people know. And we're going to honor 2023 hard costs because they are in February going to 2024. They usually go up a third, and it'll continue to go up until we scrap it or not do it anymore. Or, who knows, right? You go with the flow. Adjust, adapt, or perish. Like I say, let's rock and roll instead. I know we're going to rock and roll. We'll be going into the new cycle. We're going to make it through this cycle and into another cycle. Guarantee it. So, perseverance. You got to keep on rocking and rolling. Let's do this thing, right? Let's get you up and rocking and rolling. All right. Ask away. Let's get this. Yes, sir. All day long, right? Let's rock. All right. So, deals coming down the wire. Can smell it. We're hitting those NODs, notice of defaults, notice of trustee sales, probates, for sale by owners. If you do the surfing for deals, trust me, you want to work with us, give you templates, things of that nature. It's easy peasy. Get you in the business very quickly. You'll get deals. Then we'll turn you on with some software and things of that nature, and then move in. You should be doing different verticals, right? Driving for dollars, surfing for deals. I don't care if it's door knocking. I don't care if it's cold calls, text marketing, ringless voice message. We've been talking to some people that are doing mailers. Does that still work? Of course it does. Postcards, letters, right? Offers that have little checks in them are working, right? Based on a percentage from Zillow, right? 10, 15, 20%. Lower than whatever Zillow's looking at. And people go, hey. And they call, they shoot a text, or they do the QR code, and it's a lead. But it costs more money, right? You're going to send out maybe 1,000 letters. It's probably going to cost you $1,500. Send out 2,000, 3,000 letters. It's going to cost you, a little chunk of cash. Will you get results? Of course you will. It's still like at, I think it's 0.5 or 1% if you're lucky. And, but still do the math. If you're really good at locking sellers up, you're going to get business. And here's statistics on, not to disappoint you, but hey, on anything else. If you're doing spaghetti at the wall, guarantee you write 500 offers, you're going to get one deal. You call 1,000 people, you're probably going to get a deal, right? If the better chance of the calling you might go through, depending unless the list is shitty. If it's an awesome list and you're working it and scrubbing it and cleaning it up, and you call it 5 or 6 times, guess what? You're going to get a deal. So, it's just, I hate to say a numbers game because it's really not, but it is. You never know when that deal is going to drop, but you know what you're looking for, right? You have a better chance because you're bringing it into a funnel. Think of it as bringing it into a funnel and you're sifting that shit out, and boop, there goes a SUBTO deal. Boop, there's a wholesale deal. Boop, for sale by owner, right? And you're filtering only the good shit because it's going to throw it all in the funnel and then that tube, and then you got your little spigots that pop out deals, right? Boom, boom, boom. There's still numbers. You get 20 submissions, I guarantee you, 7, 8 appointments, 3 to 4 offers, you're going to get 1 to 2 deals. It just works that way. It hasn't changed. It's the same from last cycle to this cycle. It's kind of amazing. Reason I know that is because we look at the numbers and we look at the statistics. We look at the mentees who are doing it, ones that get it and ones that don't. Even myself, same thing. You just turn on the faucet, let it roll, turn it off when you're done, turn it back on. Doesn't matter. Works every time. All right, so I'm getting parts here. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Where we at 31 minutes? Okay, cool. Pin to 2 pin. What's that? Oh, okay. Got it. Overlay. No, I don't need an overlay. Can't see what the hell that is. Who is that? Facebook user. Who is it? What's your name? I can't see anything right now. All right, cool. Land also. Interesting. Okay. All right. So tomorrow, 2 p.m. Let's jump in. Let's do some deals. In Southern California, don't be afraid. If you're in Southern California, let's rock some deals. A lot of people are afraid, are scared. They're scared of California. Don't be afraid of California. It's no different. You're just going to add some zeros to it. Yeah, people are maybe a little more aggressive, a little more savvy in different areas. It's no different than New York or Connecticut and things of that nature. On the East Coast, right, where the prices of homes are higher. There are some higher price homes in Texas and other places too. They all got their little sections and demographics where things are a little bit different, right? High luxury homes, high-end homes, doesn't matter. But California is what it is. It's a different, unique area. And if you've been in the area for a long time, I've known people who are here and they tried it and they just couldn't make it happen. So they went to Texas, didn't drive to Texas. They just tried to do the virtual thing and try to work deals out there to wholesale because the price points are lower, right? And some maybe, not as they're aggressive. People are aggressive in Texas, tell you that. They'll knock on your damn door. They'll knock on your granny's door, your aunt's door, and your sister's door. And even though you tell them it's locked up and you're working with somebody, they'll still go and do those things, right? They don't give a shit. California, kind of same way, right? Agents are pretty aggressive, right? Brokers are aggressive. Investors are aggressive, especially in Los Angeles, right? And here's a pro tip for you. Be careful who you work with, right? At the end of the day, just because the little old lady from Pasadena seems nice does not mean she will not stick a knife in your back. Or the little old man who says he got a heart attack and, oh my God, help me, help me, right? So help me. Be careful. Once a snake, always a snake, right? So those things can happen to you. Just be careful. Make sure you take care of yourself and lock things up the way they need to. And, don't drink the Kool-Aid. No, hey, trust me. We all got egos and we want to help people and want to help them. And, sometimes stuff happens, right? So just be careful of that. And I always say, hey, don't harm your fellow man or woman, right? PMA, positive mental attitude. What is the golden rule? Treat others as you would like to be treated. Put some love out there and understanding because everybody is going through something. We're all on this planet together. The universe is called controlled chaos in my opinion, right? It is chaos, but it's controlled chaos, okay? And we're all connected to the universe at the end of the day. So we can manifest things when we want to, and we can not manifest them when we don't want to. But the most important thing here is that, one, you got control of your mind. It's the only thing that you got control of on this entire planet is your brain. And you get to decide whether you want to be pissed off. You get to decide whether you want to be an a-hole or a nice person, or throw some love on somebody. Or, like I said, you never know what somebody's going through, okay? So there's no reason to be an asshole or a biatch and stuff, right? And if they're having a bad day, try to enlighten their day. Try to do something to, hey, have an awesome day. I hope things get better for you. Especially when they're, having issues with their property or family members and things of that nature. And a lot of people are going through stuff, right? Getting sick and stressed out, and deaths from the family and this and that and all kinds of stuff, inflation, whatever you want to call it, microinflation, right? It's on my mind, so I'm going to say it. I remember seeing it back in the 80s when they had the Reagan thingy going on, and I didn't know shit in the 80s. I was just playing rock and roll, had hair to hair, and I didn't even know who the damn president was, right? So that shows you back in the 80s how things, plus 80s were crazy. So, but when you think about it, there's like, what the hell? What's going on here? You got they call it, whatever you want to call it, with the Reagan days, and interest rates for 16, 17, 18, 19%. People doing the creative real estate thing. They do a loan, then they do a second, and then a silent second, right? Do you hear what I'm saying? Creative real estate investing, right? So, and people are bitching about 6, 7% interest rates right now. Shit, the last cycle, there were 7, 8, 9%. So, let's go. Rock and roll, it doesn't matter. You make your money when you buy it. So buy it right. Buy the damn property right. And if you have to dump it, like my mentor used to tell me, then you can just dump it and still make some money. If you got to fix it and flip it, you make some money. If you're going to buy and hold it, you're going to make even more money. Boom, boom. So think about it. We're here to work with you, here to rock and roll with you. Without further ado, if you don't got any questions or anything, what do we got here? Watch it, scan, or watch this thing all the way through, and grab those golden nuggets, and we'll go from there. Okay? So we'll always watch these videos all the way through, and do the loves and the likes. Appreciate it. Save the videos, and they're just going to help you out. When you start figuring out how these little pieces of the puzzle work together, they'll start coming together, and you'll start seeing a picture, right? What we want to do is throw the pieces on the table, kind of give you some help with how to lay out that puzzle, and then we want to put the picture there, and then we're going to work it together and help you build that puzzle together, which is building up your business, a legacy for yourself, a legacy for your family, or hey, maybe it's just wholesaling. Maybe it's just, hey, I want to pick up a deal or two here and there, or maybe you want to scale up and have a full-blown business, whatever it is. But we're going to make it reciprocal where we all make money at the end of the day, because that's what this is all about. So look forward to speaking with you. Reach out, rock and roll, and all that you do. We'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m., okay, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the Sunday sermon, the Amplified Real Estate Show. We're going to talk about subject to existing financing and how it can help you, as well as something very special that we're doing. There's kind of dropping stuff here and there. There'll be some links. They'll probably come up later on. Save your spot. It's only 4 days, I believe we got, till January 31st. We're doing a percentage off. It's usually like $4,000. You could probably jump on it for a couple $1,000 bucks, and it's going to be well worth it, because if you do a deal, you're going to make $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 bucks anyways, right? You'll be in positive mode, right? And you'll learn something that no one can take away from you. Very simple, easy peasy. And we'll keep on working with you until you do get something under contract. That's the whole goal, right? So beautiful, beautiful, lovely thing. I'm going to suck up my water here. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Mindset Money Monday, and then Friday highlights, and Saturday training. Wellness Wednesday. There'll just be little videos that'll pop up for a little bit. Not going to get too deep in some of this stuff, because we're focusing more of our time on actually doing deals and raising capital, and going this route for 2024 and preparing for the market that's already here. All right. So look forward to it. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.